Yes, this is Mr. Controversy, and this is the infamous three-point conversion station. Keep it locked.
The 3-Point Conversion Sports Lounge.
Good morning, everybody. What another beautiful Saturday morning.
Yes.
It's a sunny day outside. It's not too cold. It's brisk, if I can say it. Cool. It's crisp. It's cool. But anyway, it's another day for sports. And I'm your host, Mr. Controversy. Did you miss me? And yes, you have joined inside the 3-Point Conversion Sports Lounge. And I have my co-host back who was missing last week.
Missing in action.
On injury reserve, but he's back. What's going on, D?
Back in here. I'm happy to be here, man. Missed it last week. Definitely missed my baby, but I'm back.
That's what's up, man. Yeah. And like I said, it's another great day, man. We have a Big Ten tournament.
Yes.
We also looking for the other tournaments to heat up. And also we have NBA, of course.
Yes.
Major League Baseball is going on. We in spring training.
Ready for that. Ready for some baseball.
And then also, we got the NFL Combine, man. So like I said, it's a lot to get to.
They say somebody was burning in there.
Oh, yeah, we got to get to that. We definitely got to get to that. But anyway, like I said, make sure y'all stay tuned. Let your family and friends know where y'all, we're on 1100 AM WWE The Real. Also check us out on iHeartRadio, iTunes, and you can call in at 404-603-8770. Once again, that's 404-603-8770. Y'all come in and chime in and give y'all 3 cents. But it's time for these quick hits. You ready, bro?
Yes.
Let's get it.
Ready.
All right, so look. We got to start off with the with NCAA. It's been a lot going on, and with all the situation with basketball, where they're talking about I guess it was Coach Miller for Arizona got caught up with a $100,000 scandal, which now I'm hearing that might not be the true story. The story might be messed up.
He blasted them about the report.
Right. So this was what's going on now. So President Mr. Emmert, and he came up yesterday and talked about how with players, Mark Emmert said that players will not be getting paid. They're not going to get paid at all.
Right, it's not even an option.
So, yeah, it's not. But he said he is open to athletes earning money through endorsement deals. What you think about that?
What? That's crazy, man. So basically what you're saying is we're going to get all our money. We're going to keep it for ourselves. But if they want to get money through endorsements, then they can. That sounds like the NCAA.
Yeah, I mean, that's NCAA.
Like, that's flat out what he's saying. We're going to keep our pockets tight, but we're going to allow them to go get money from somewhere else.
Right, and that's how they normally do it in the NCAA. But we going to see. But I am cool with that, though. I'm not going to lie. If they can't get money through endorsements, because my thing is, I think they should pay them, but I'm just saying that's a start. The fact of, you think about all the money that is made off endorsements.
Off the players, that's true.
And they can't.
I mean, it's a start, but I'm still... I agree with somebody said boycott March Madness.
They can do that too.
How much money they'll lose?
Yeah, they lose a lot.
Yeah, I'm with that, and I hate the fact that he said that. I mean, I hate, but you know, it's very discouraging that he said that.
Right.
You know, for him to even because it's flat out saying we gonna keep our money and y'all figure y'all situation out.
Right. No, I'm with you. I agree, man.
So what you're saying is the player's the 12th man, for instance, right? He can't get no money.
Right. We're going to get into that. We're going to get into that because we go forever with that. Moving on. So the LA Rams trade defensive end / linebacker. Now he will be a defensive end going to Miami. He got trade I guess they agreed on principle for him getting traded to Miami for likely a 3rd or 4th round pick. What do you think about this?
I think their defense was good, and I think to give him up, what kind of impact is they going to have on the defense? I'm not sure. And they traded him for what, a 3rd or a 4th?
Yeah, 3rd or 4th. So, I mean, he had 8 sacks last year, and they played in a 3-4 scheme, so that's not normally what he's used to playing.
Right.
But now, like I said, he's going back to Miami, and he'll be playing 4-3.
Maybe that went into the trade, the fact that they realized he didn't like that.
Right. So, moving on. J.R. Smith is back in the news. So, J.R. Smith yesterday, for some reason, I guess he got upset. I don't know what happened. Maybe he had that J.R. Smith moment like he usually does.
Absolutely.
It was time for it. And
it was coming.
Yeah. So what happened is J.R. Smith got suspended for 1 game for throwing a bowl of soup at assistant coach Damon Jones.
Right. I mean, that's big. Definitely throwing a bowl of soup at an assistant coach. But I also heard that Damon Jones is an antagonizer. Like, I think Kevin Love spoke on it that he's not his favorite person to talk to. You know?
True.
Maybe
but
he
still,
was like under his skin.
But still, I don't know.
I mean, I don't like to say that it's expected from J.R. Smith. You know what I mean?
But
you know why Damon Jones has that job, right?
Why?
LeBron.
Oh yeah. Of course.
That's
Right.
That's LeBron's guy.
Yeah.
Wow. Shout out to engineer Greg on the microphone. Moving on. Penn State college basketball team. They got into a minor fender bender. They got into an accident before the Big Ten tournament game. And what happened was, so like I said, they got in a little accident, got delayed, got to the game late. I think we've seen this before with a team a couple years back.
I can't remember exactly.
And end up beating and upsetting Ohio State to advance to the semifinals. They will face number 3 Purdue. I can't remember which team that was, but remember it was a couple years they got in an accident.
And came and still beat the team.
Yeah, so, I mean, but like I said, kudos to Penn State for staying focused.
Wow, Ohio State.
Yeah, come on. And that's their 3rd time losing this year to Penn State. And Penn State was ranked the 2nd seed, you know, in the tournament, as far as the Big Ten tournament. Moving on. Now listen to this, y'all. This is crazy. This is why we live for stuff like this.
Right.
So, former NFL offensive lineman Brandon Albert was in Atlanta. He was at a jewelry place. They didn't say what the name of the jewelry place, but he was in a jewelry place in Atlanta. Mm-hmm. And after, being in there, he wanted to go in this area that was, I guess, permitted from not employees, but from customers. But he decides he wants to go in there anyway. So the owner was like, no, you can't go in here. Matter of fact, you have to leave. Well, Albert got mad, and then he punched a hole into the cabinet. Then once the police got there, they tased him. This joker, like he was in Marvel movie, took the prongs off of his body, then tried to leave and tackled an officer in the process of attempting to leave. Then they had I think some more cops came, and they finally got him and arrested him. Then this joker, after he got arrested, he's in good spirits talking about, that was a good tussle between the two men. Can I get a stop it? Like, what kind of crap was that, man?
He's lucky he's still alive.
You said what?
He's lucky he's still alive.
Yeah, like, what?
Yeah, offensive lineman, a huge dude, man.
Yeah, you ain't lying because you're not lying because what's been going on now. I'm surprised they ain't shoot that Joker.
Man, you gotta chill out with them.
Yeah, he I don't know what's going on, but
Stop it.
Thank you.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's crazy. And then my thing is, like you said, what's going on, in the world, what we seen. Maybe cops feel like that's not in style right now to be shooting people, since it's so much. Maybe they like, all right, we're gonna leave it alone.
I was waiting for the drum roll. That was your joke.
We had. Oh, you say it ain't gonna happen? You say it's gonna still happen?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I don't know, but we hadn't heard any yet. But still,
hopefully
it's ending. But
it's becoming a better time.
I think they're looking at it like it's out of style, killing black people. So anyway, moving on. So here we go. It came out that the baseballs in the Major League Baseball, right? The league baseballs were different in 2017 from the baseballs of the 2015 season. They're saying that the balls were less dense, which caused more home runs. Which there were more home runs, and I think it was Verlander. He's been an advocate of saying that the balls were juice. And he says no problem, as long as we're all pitching from the same juice balls, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, no one has an advantage. Yeah.
I mean, somebody do got an advantage, the batter.
So let me ask you this then. So if this is the case and the balls were juiced, can Barry Bonds and Palmeiro and everybody else, can they get in the Hall of Fame now?
I mean, I think they should get in. I think Bonds should be in the Hall of Fame anyway.
I mean, right.
But I wouldn't say that because of the balls, because they were saying they're juice.
No. I'm not saying that the balls were juiced before them. What I'm saying is, since now Major League has showed that they've juiced the balls, that gave more home runs.
Right.
And that's kind of wrong. I mean, I guess it's not wrong, but in the sense it is.
It is. Chicks dig the long ball.
Yeah.
And that's what they want. I mean, you got to think about why Barry Say did it, why Sammy did it. First off, they brought the game back. Sammy and Mark McGwire brought the game back. Without them being juiced, if that's what it was, then where would baseball be today?
Right.
So how about they start looking at it from that aspect? And if it's never been proven that Barry did, do any performance-enhancing drugs, but at that time he was trying to get back in the shine because Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa was, in the forefront of the game, even though during that time Barry numbers was better.
Right.
Not his home runs, of course, but his RBIs, his batting average, he was a better player. So, I mean, I understand what you're saying.
Like I said, the balls was juiced back then anyway. I mean, honestly, and I think that not only that, I think that back then, who was the commissioner back then? I forgot him now. Silic. I think Silic did it. I think Silic didn't mind the players juicing up.
No, he didn't.
Because he wanted home runs. He wanted, because they just came off a strike.
Yeah, they needed that.
They needed that, and it saved baseball.
And now they paying for. How about we looking from that aspect? They saved baseball, so they deserve to go to the Hall.
And that's what I've been saying. That's what I'm saying, man.
When we do talk about that, I talk about all the stuff back in the day. Who knows what they were doing, what they were taking? Man.
Right.
It's always going to be my case.
And then last but not least, and this was my stop it moment last week. So I guess he heard it.
Glad he did.
And then, so Ray Caruth, the former wide receiver for the Carolina Panthers, who got locked up for conspiracy of murder for his baby mother, and the baby was born,
Right.
But remember, I was saying that he wanted to seek custody.
Yeah.
Well, he came out and wrote a letter saying that, you know what? It's the best interest of the kid for me not to seek custody, and we're just gonna leave it alone. So I would say kudos to him. I mean, but you should have known that.
Why would you even think that?
Right. So,
and not only the fact of course, you took his mother away from him, but you're the reason he is how he is with his disability. And with kids with disability, they need to stay in their comfort zone. They need their comfort zone to be what it's been. So I don't know why he would ever bring that up, and I don't think no judge in the nation would have given him custody.
Right. So there you have it. So look, that wraps up Quick Hits. We're going to be right back with the hot topic. We'll be right back.
Let me break down to y'all what's so dope about the three-point conversion. First of all, everybody is a fan of the game first. Second of all, everybody is a student of the game second. And third of all, we're the average sports fan just like everybody else. We're not coming in here walking with our nose tipped high, acting snooty, acting brand new. This is a grassroots organization. Bar none. The three-point conversion where fans' opinions matter. Be sure to visit the website www.the3pointconversion.com. Get your fix, get your articles, multimedia, and everything else that you as a sports fan need. So again, the3pointconversion.com. It's where it's at, man, where fans' opinions matter.
There's a lot going on in the world, and your world is always changing. That's why it's important to stay connected. The latest news, the latest entertainment, the newest music. If it's in the air or on the air, it can be in the palm of your hand, wherever you are, with the iHeartRadio app.
iHeartRadio.
Over 1,500 live radio stations from across the country, and over 15 million songs to create your own custom stations. Text IHR to 45495 to download the app or listen at iHeartRadio.com. Standard text and data rates apply.
What's up? This is Anthony Hamilton, and you're listening to the 3-Point Conversion.
Yes, we are back inside the 3-Point Conversion Sports Lounge. Mr. Controversy here, my man D Intellectual.
Yes, Saturday morning.
Yes, and this next segment, the hot topic, is brought to you by Cindy Cut's Barbershop on Chapel Hill Road, Suite 206. And in Douglasville, Georgia. And shout out to, of course, my barber, Sim Ha, the barber. Make sure y'all check him out. Dwayne Chambers. That's at Sim Ha, the barber. That's on Instagram. But it's Dwayne Chambers if you go in there. And also, we want to give our barber of the week, my man, Mr. Johnny Sherrod. What's going on, Johnny? Better known as Quest. But anyway, so we're going to talk about this hot topic, man.
Yes.
And this hot topic is, of course, we had to talk about NCAA and everything that's going on with that. But not necessarily getting on Miller in that situation, because like I said, I want to hear it, because the fact that they let him come back and coach.
He missed one game? And
yeah.
They came right back like, hey, you can go on. We dismissing it, and the NCAA ain't looking into it. That means he didn't take something, because you know how they get out.
Right. So
they got information.
Yeah.
You getting it.
So I think, I don't know, man. I think
And the kid Guyton, he's playing.
Yes. That's why I was like, so
it's weird. He probably ain't nothing. Sounds like nothing happened.
Nothing. I know.
So they're
smoke, confident,
right? That smoke that was there. Who brought it up? That report from them. That other station. Hey, sounds like it may have been false.
Yep. So now, we want to focus on basically, like we talked about, the president. Emmert,
right.
And he was talking about how he doesn't want to pay the players.
Right.
Okay. So you were talking about a boycott. Now, should the players be allowed now, if you're not going to pay them, should they be allowed to come out of college? Come out of high school and go straight to the pros?
I never liked the rule anyway. I feel like once you graduate from high school, you should have the ability to do what you want. At that point, you can go to the armed forces, so you should be able to make that decision. You can go straight to any other job at that point in time. So if they want to go to school, if they want to go straight to the league, they should. You got to think about it, man. When these one-and-done players play, after February, after the tournament, school's over for them.
Right.
They're not going to school anyway. And again, that just goes into the NCAA trying to get as much money as they can.
Right.
That 1 year you stay with them, they make all these millions off you, and then now you good to go. Tap you on your behind, you could ride out.
So from a player standpoint, listening to this or looking at this,
Right.
I've always said the league, well, not the league, but I guess the league and NCAA, they came up with a one, and you have to play at least one, or the age rule, you have to be at least 18, I think, or 19. I'm sorry, and it was to force them to go to school. But what good is it if those kids
ain't going to school?
If they're not going to school, and they're not going to school for what? They only go for maybe half a semester,
6, 7
and then
months.
after that, they're out.
Yeah.
So
don't even matter.
what's the point? Why?
And in reality, after the first semester, you really don't have to go anyway because your grades aren't going to come out in time enough to take you off the team.
True. Now, I won't lie, though. From the league standpoint, I don't want them to be I want them to change rule to 2. They have to play at least 2 years. That's me being biased as a fan from the league, NBA league, and so the players can get more skill set, not more skill set, but more skillful.
I mean, if I agree with that, then I'll say pay them for them 2 years.
Then they have to pay them.
If you don't want to pay them, then allow them to leave. Allow them not to have to go to college. I mean, from the NBA standpoint, I think the reason they did it because they felt like the league was getting the talent pool wasn't there with a lot of players that were going. Well, that's on that team,
right?
That team has to suffer, I mean, but you got to look at players. Zach Randolph, his first 2 or 3 years. Remember, he came straight from high school.
Mm-hmm.
His first 2 or 3 years, he wasn't the greatest when he was with the
Zach Randolph.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about his power forward?
Yeah, when he first came in, when he was with Portland,
he went to Michigan State.
Oh yeah, he did.
He went to Michigan State.
He did play 1 year. Did he play 1 year?
No, he played.
He played a
2.
couple years.
He played 2 years.
Oh, my
Michigan
bad.
State. No.
I mean Jermaine O'Neal is.
O'Neal.
Is who I'm thinking about. My apologies with that. Jermaine O'Neal. He sat for 2 years with the Blazers, and then he went to Indiana,
and it did work.
Then he did work,
and it worked.
So it looked like
I could get that.
2 years.
Yeah.
Made him. It would have done him justice had he went to college.
But you know who I think? Okay. And I know we're talking about, and again, first of all, you can call in at 404-603-8770, 404-603-8770 if you want to get in on this talk.
Right.
So what I'm saying is, like I said, I'm with the players getting paid or, as far as for them, if they can't get paid, come out. Mm-hmm. But just school-wise, and I know we're talking about that, but I want to go to talking about the league and players in the self, like skillful-wise. Right. I've always said if J.R. Smith, well, I don't know, because like we were talking, I was talking, shout out to Chris Haynes, man, a writer for ESPN, Golden State Warriors. We were talking, and Sekou, I can't say his name. Sekou Smith. Yeah. We were all talking yesterday, and we were talking about that situation. Right. And I said, I think J.R. Smith would have been the player that if he went to school for 2 years, I think he would have balled. He would have been a better player.
Initially coming
but they
out.
said because he's throwing bowls of soup on coaches, he probably have been a nutcase.
This is 15th, in the league,
So nobody would have dealt with that.
He would have still.
I can't see Coach K dealing with that. Or whatever. He would have got kicked out.
Right.
But I think we got a caller. Caller, go ahead, sir. Oh, ma'am.
No, it's a sir, and it's Mike.
What's going on, Mike? So what you got, man? What you got?
Oh man, I'm listening to this NCAA talk, man. I wish they would just drop the one and done rule. It's irritating at this point to even hear it talked about, and they keep trying to make these changes and all those type of things. But essentially, what it is the NCAA and the NBA don't want to work together.
Yep.
And secondly, what it is, the NCAA don't want to empty those pockets of seeing those potentially special players wear a college uniform for 1 year, which is a joke because they're only trying to fill their pockets up with money. And in the end, that's all it is. They don't care about the student athlete. They care about their pockets and their purses.
I agree.
And that's why he came out and said that no, we're not going to pay him. They can make money off endorsements.
That's terrible. And we got I see someone mentioned they don't like the college players getting paid only because the agents would prey on them. I mean, I can understand that. However, the agent's going to prey on them anyway.
Right. And appreciate that, Mike, for calling in, sir. We definitely appreciate that. But, yeah, you're right.
Agents going to call them anyway. Prey on them anyway from day one. They just –
and the funny thing –
as it's coming out,
right.
it's happening. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, that's why Chris Webber got in trouble.
Exactly.
It wasn't school.
Right. Exactly.
I mean, it was school because they allowed it to, but it was boosters and all that. Yeah.
Saying, but man, they it's happening anyway. They getting paid. Everybody getting paid except these kids.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Everybody's getting paid except
off
the
kids except the kids.
Like I remember watching that ESPN special, man. That's one of my favorites, the Fab Five. And I remember, I forgot which journalist was talking, but he said he was walking with I think it was Jalen Rose,
and he saw the
jerseys
in the store.
And Jalen was hungry, but he said
no money.
He said he couldn't even buy Jalen a pizza because of the rule. Now, no one, we probably know he probably bought Jalen a pizza, but the whole point was the fact that he couldn't do that because of that. Jalen playing, he walking past Nike Town, and he see his jerseys hanging
everywhere.
up.
They making millions on top of money, and these kids can't eat. I know Jalen talks about it all the time, where he used to be in his mother's raggedy car. Raggedy car. He couldn't do this. He couldn't do that. They all.
No, you said it right. Raggedy. We forget raggedy. Raggedy. That's how bad it was. It was raggedy. You said it right.
You know him. They out there hurting, can't eat, can't. And then you can't give. If I'm your cousin and I'm hooping, you can't give me no money.
No,
you can't buy me nothing to eat.
No, that's sad, man. So therefore, something has to be done. Like I said, I think it's a start. I still don't agree with the fact that they're not paying them, but I think it would be good, at least for now, until that they can get it. Because, man, like my man Alan Field, shout out to Alan, he was in, he mentioned yesterday, he said that Bagley's number. Because now, back then, they had the name Rose, and they had that. So now they don't have the last name on there, but you know his number 35.
Right.
Because he's an all-star. I mean, he's
top
all world.
Top 5 player.
Yeah. So you're still making money off of him.
You know who it is.
So that's why I said it would be good as a start if they did get that. But for the long run, we have to change that rule. Or let them out, man.
Let
them out.
Let these kids.
But you know what? Even if you let them out, they still making money off the kids. It's not good enough, so they need to get something.
Right.
That stipend's not good enough.
That's a great point you brought up. Even if we change the rule to no one and done, you can come out whenever you want to. The kids that do got to go to school for a year or two, they still need to get paid.
Yeah, they have to.
They need to work together. Our caller said it great himself. The NBA and the NCAA need to work together and form a bond so that they can.
Go ahead, Greg.
I just wanted to add that I think also if the NCAA is going to change a rule to where the kids can get paid, the NBA has to change that one and done rule. I think another thing that may change in the future, if those things happen, would be the NBA draft. Because the NBA draft is structured for teams to select a player that can probably help their team right away.
Right.
But that's not always the case if you're getting a guy straight out of high school or after 1 year of college. So that might be something else that might need to change.
Right. No, I agree, man. Like I said, it's a shame that you have, these players playing their hardest, man. And then the thing about what's different from the NBA, and not saying that all players are like this, but you have a lot of players that sometimes they coast in the NBA, but you have these players in college
working hard,
playing their tails off, man, doing anything and everything they can do. And whether they playing 6 minutes or whatever, they're playing as hard as they can. Look, we have another caller in. Come on and say what you got to say. Give your 3 cents.
Hey, how you doing, Mr. Controversy? How y'all doing in the studio? This is Ab Stanley.
What's going on, Ab? What's going on, man?
Yeah, what's going on, man? Hey, listen, man, this one and done rule, it was meant as, it was supposed to be an aid for the colleges so that the kids could come and they can have some college players and they can have some superstars or whatever. The truth of the matter is, to me, it isn't a bad rule because it kind of helps those mid-major teams. For instance, a team like Wichita State, how big has it become in the last how many years? Because all the big superstars have gone to Kentucky for a year and gone to the NBA. The one and done rule hurts the professional game.
Right.
So this is what I would do, and I don't know if it's a great idea or whatever, but I wouldn't necessarily strip a guy's college eligibility if he thought I want to go overseas and play for a year. Let him be able to be eligible to come back and play. Like if he made a commitment, let's say I'm a senior, I made a commitment to Duke, but I want to go overseas and play for a da-da-da team in Yugoslavia. I don't think they should just automatically say, well, you can't come back and play for college. Now, I know there's a lot of other problems that could come with that, but the best thing is if they don't hire an agent, which I think is a rule now, if they don't hire an agent, they can go back in the draft pool. Let's just set the bar there. You don't hire an agent, you find your way across seas or whatever, it doesn't work out, you want to come back, and the same college you committed to 2 years ago would have you, well, let them play, because the truth of the matter is the guys that are coming into the NBA, whether it's a year out of high school or it's right out of high school, these guys aren't ready. Lonzo Ball, he wasn't ready to beginning of the season. He's starting to play better now, but he's only had a year of college experience and maybe a year, 2-3 years of varsity high school experience. Lonzo Ball will be a much better player year 2, year 3. Somebody mentioned Jermaine O'Neal. Those guys are much better player year 2, year 3. The Tim Duncans and the Chris Webbers of the world, they don't come out of college anymore. They come out as big majors, guys that pick 16th, 17th, and that's why you find gems at the end of the first round. That's why you find a Kyle Kuzma. That's where you find the Hawks have a player named Collins. You find those guys now. So the one and done rule isn't as bad as people make it out to be, especially on the college side, but on the NBA side, it's hurting the game.
No, I definitely agree, and I appreciate that call. Like I said, it's big, man. I mean, maybe they need to start. They need to really push this G League and make it like MLB and have the farm league.
They have to be paid more. You need more money, and I kind of agree with him, AB, what he was saying, and what I mean by it is, I can agree with let's not have a deadline. I mean, let's say you even were able to get into the draft, didn't get drafted, and can go back to school. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's say you get in the draft, you don't get drafted. And I know you got to get good with it, because if you get drafted in the second round and say, man, I'm going to go back to school, you know what I mean? It will have to be, you know.
Like I said, that's why it's a hot topic, man. But look, we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to be back to another hot topic about this guy, Lamar Jackson, and what's going on with him.
The hate is real.
Right. We'll be right back. Keep it locked.
Clarendon, point guard for the Atlanta Dream, and I listen to Mr. Controversy on the 3-Point Conversion Sports Lounge.
What it is, what it ain't. This your boy Sherm, host of Face the Music. Join me every Wednesday night for Power Hour, where we intersect the worlds of sports and music, and we do it the best way we can, which is on a Sherm beat. So if you're ready to come through, catch some realness, vibe to some dope sounds, tune in to Face the Music every Wednesday on the 3-Point Conversion station. Let's get it.
Hey, this is Crystal Lee from St. Louis. When I need my sports weekly update, I listen to my man, Mr. Controversy, on the 3-Point Conversion.
Yes, we are back inside the 3-Point Conversion Sports Lounge.
Yeah.
Mr. Controversy sitting in with D Intellectual, talking sports.
On this beautiful Saturday.
And we appreciate Miss Crystal Lee for giving that drop. And speaking of Crystal Lee, you know she was in the Battlegrounds last week going up against Mr. Frank from Cindy Cut's Barbershop. And it was cool that she did a drop. That was right on time, because it was a close battle. And the winner is, if I had a drum roll, I don't. Frank just edged her out, man. It was close by 1 vote.
Wow.
So congratulations to Frank. You're moving on, sir. Krista, we appreciate you for battling. That was a great battle. And like I said, we got next year, and your season now, so you know what to do. But Frank, you're moving on. You in the playoffs. We're gonna get this playoffs going, I think, next week. So all of you all get ready. It's gonna be a great playoff run. So now
get ready for it.
Let's get to this next topic quickly. And Mr. Jackson. Well, first of all, let's talk about his combine. Let's talk about my man Saquon Barkley. I don't know what's going on now. I need a report. Waiting for my insider to hit me up. But all I know is Mr. Barkley did his thing yesterday. So
man,
this guy is 5'11", 233 pounds. I didn't even know he was that big, but that's what he weighed in, and that was his measurement. So he ran a 4.41 in 40 time. He benched 225 pounds 29 times. And he had a 41-inch vertical. This guy's 5'11", 233 pounds.
Ooh. Monster, man. Hey, Cleveland better think about number one.
Cleveland better get him.
Because if they don't get him number one, ain't no telling what happened 2 or 3.
I know.
I'd take him first and come up with a quarterback at 4.
Yep, I would.
Because you got enough quarterbacks there.
And then you still have free agent for quarterback.
Yep. And then you got a first-round draft pick running back and a could-have-been first-round draft pick quarterback, man.
Yeah, you have a lot of that, man. So he was big. But the center of attention was Mr. Lamar Jackson. And everybody asked him about him being a quarterback. And people still think that he should be, well, some people think he should be wide receiver, go for wide receiver. He came out and said, I'm not doing that. I'm playing quarterback. I'm a quarterback. This is what it is. What you got, Greg?
Well, you can say who said he should play wide receiver.
Well, I know Polian did.
Yeah.
But it's some other people that's
the main one.
It was a lot of, that's the main one. We talked about that on the show, but it's a lot of other people. That's why they keep bringing it up. They feel like he should be a wide receiver.
So I was reading an article about Chris Sims. He's been around quarterbacks since he was 10 years old.
Right.
He said Lamar Jackson the best quarterback in this draft.
He is.
He said he has a better arm than Watson, has better coming out right now. He has a better arm than Watson. I think his pocket presence was better than than Watson. He said he is the best cornerback in the draft. And if Cleveland's smart, I get Saquon Bradley, then I'm coming back around.
Barkley, yeah, Saquon Barkley, right.
I'm sorry, Barkley.
And then
coming back,
right.
Lamar Jackson, and that's changing.
Because he's going to be
the organization
now, unless Jackson comes in and wow everyone at the combine, and he wows everyone at his pro day, then
he'll be available.
That might change.
And then they got how much money they got? What they got? They're gonna have some of the most money in the in the free agency. They got plenty of money. Man, I'll build that line up. They still got Gordon. Can't they like? Yeah, they
still have Gordon.
They got his rights.
They still have Gordon.
Man, they got it. They know he can't even win the couple games he played last year. He balled out.
Yes.
Man.
So now, and you can call in at 404-603-8770 to chime in on this. But so, going back to Jackson and what he's done in college, I mean, the guy's been a beast. And you look at, like Sam said, you look at everybody else who's played ball and was a good quarterback, and like Michael Vick. Michael Vick was dynamic, no doubt.
Right.
But you cannot tell me that Michael Vick is a better quarterback than Lamar Jackson. No way near.
And nobody ever wanted Vic to play anything else but quarterback.
Right. We saw, who was another player? We saw RG3. Stop it. We saw, and I wasn't big on RG3 coming out of college. Mm-hmm. He shocked us in the pros, but you could tell with something about him that I still didn't believe in him. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he just didn't.
Okay, now listen to what I'm saying though. Right. Hear me out.
Right.
With Cam Newton, Cam was the truth. Cam was a quarterback, and I think he was better than Lamar Jackson. But I think Lamar Jackson is more accurate than Cam. Because Cam's going to throw it high. Mm-hmm. That's why they get these big, tall receivers.
Right.
And he's still overthrowing them.
Right.
But Cam was a beast. I mean, when he can run you over and when he did that sweep and that, man.
Yeah.
But anyway, he's a beast. But I still think that Lamar Jackson can be better than
better
Cam.
QB.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not necessarily
because he has better pocket awareness. Because think about it.
And it don't have to necessarily be better athlete. You
Right,
know what I mean?
right.
Because Cam is a big guy.
Yeah.
So he's a winner. You know what you're getting with him.
Right.
So I get what you're saying, a better QB.
Because think about it. He has better pocket awareness than Cam. Cam, people look at Cam as, he's that running quarterback. No, he's not. What
really
Cam
not.
is, now they run plays for him to run the ball, like design plays.
And if I need to, I'll run.
But he's not even good at that. When he's in the pocket, he gets pressured. Cam always gets sacks. He's not good in the pocket. He's not the type he's going to run out and run for. No, it's designed
and
like
it seems
that.
like Lamar, he is still learning and he's willing to learn. Not to say that Cam is, but Cam is in his career. We see what he is and what he's going to be. You know what I mean? We still can train Lamar. Lamar Jackson is still getting better every year.
Right.
You know what I mean? Again, with Cam, we know what he is. We know where he at, and that's what he is.
Right. And that's what I say, man. I just think that I just think that go ahead, Greg.
Well, I wanted to ask, what do you think is a lot of people said that Lamar Jackson's too short. He's 6'3".
Right.
He's taller than Baker Mayfield.
Why everybody say that? Yeah.
People are trying to talk themselves into taking Baker Mayfield in the top 10.
So now we definitely don't want to play the race card, but wow.
I mean,
it's like they peeking under, trying to turn the card over, peeking to see what it is, because that's what it feels like. Why are they scared of him?
Always that issue when it comes to the quarterback position.
But why? But why? I mean,
why did Deshaun Watson go 12th last year? And you saw what he did.
And Nick
when he
Saban came out and said he's the best. Besides Cam, this is the best quarterback I've
ever faced. All he was a winner. That's it. I told you I saw the kid when he was a junior here in high school. I went and saw him. I said the first time I saw him play, I said, this kid going to the NFL. I saw it then.
I don't know, man.
Like you said, it's the race car, man.
I don't know, but I just believe that they scared of this kid. But the funny thing is, okay, Greg, I'm gonna let you come in on this. It's the race car. If we say it's the race card, this is the crazy part. The race card is being played by all races. Right. I mean, it ain't like it's just. Right. Let's be real. It's not just it's white people. No, it's every race.
It's the race card.
Yeah, it's every race saying that this guy is not suitable to play quarterback. I do not
get it. He finna come out and be a dog.
And it's crazy that it's thought that way, but just with him, you try to keep moving that line as far as, okay, this is why he's not a quarterback. Okay, he's taller than Baker Mayfield. He was more accurate than Josh Allen, more productive than Darnold and Rosen. So what else is it that makes people not think he can play quarterback?
Well, the next thing you're going to hear is, I don't think his lineup on his haircut is good enough to be.
It's gonna be something
to wear a helmet. Because they always come with everything. Like how I can believe somebody was saying, telling me, yeah, man, I don't think. I mean, he's short, man. How is he short?
He's typical.
He's taller than
Breeze. He's taller than Aaron Rodgers.
Right. Yeah, taller than Rodgers. Of course, he's taller than Russell Wilson. Right. I mean, but. I think he's taller than Montana, right? Montana wasn't.
Montana was like 6'2".
Yeah, he's taller than Montana.
So I mean, what do you want? He didn't just run the ball every play. He played quarterback. He passed the ball,
and he played for. Even though it's a 4-letter word here in Atlanta, he played for Bobby Petrino,
right?
And Bobby Petrino can develop quarterbacks,
pro quarterbacks.
Yeah. They might be backups, but still they get to the NFL to play quarterback.
And he played against tough competition.
So I gotta say this before we go. I just got word. I don't know how true this is, but they're saying that it's a team out there, and this is NFL Combine type stuff. It's a team that leaked that the Titans was looking at him as a wide receiver, but they're saying that they leaked this because, or they did this so that they could fall in and pick him up as a quarterback.
Later.
And this stuff happen like this all the time. And I wonder if this is it, if this is the ploy.
But I mean, if he go there, what they gonna do with Mariota?
No. They're saying that Tennessee as another team saying that.
Oh, okay.
So players can try to.
So he can drop.
Yeah, so we don't know what who the team is. So
he said he ain't changing his position.
Yeah. So look, we're gonna take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
What's good, family? I'm Marlon Sucker Free Jones of Sucker Free Life Double LC, and I'm locked in every Saturday to the best sports show on the planet, the 3-point conversion, where no team or no player is off limits. So let's talk sports, the best of the best, the worst of the worst, and everything in between. Can you dig that?
There's a lot going on in the world, and your world is always changing. That's why it's important to stay connected. The latest news, the latest entertainment, the newest music. If it's in the air or on the air, it can be in the palm of your hand, wherever you are, with the iHeartRadio app. iHeartRadio. Over 1,500 live radio stations from across the country, and over 15 million songs to create your own custom stations. Text IHR to 45495 to download the app or listen at iHeartRadio.com. Standard text and data rates apply.
Hey, what's going on, sports fans? It's your boy Damian Adams from The Real Deal with Damian Adams. Now, you can catch my show on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Time here on the 3-Point Conversion Station. But for right now, I'm listening to the 3-Point Conversion Sports Lounge with my man, Mr. Controversy. Always keeping it real, always keeping it raw. I can't miss out on this on my Saturday mornings, so keep it locked to the 3-Point Conversion Sports Lounge.
Yep. We're back in the studios, the 3-Point Conversion Sports Lounge.
Back up in here, y'all.
That's the Controversy with my man, The Intellectual. And yes, this is What's on My Mind. And this segment is brought to you by Sucker Free Life. Live life and as your truth. I'm sorry, I'm messing all this up. My bad. Live your truth. My bad. But you want to live life as your truth, but live your truth for the world to see, because everyone can be sucker free. Purchase apparel today exclusively at facebook.com/Sucker Free Life LLC. And that's SUCKA, not sucker. So shout out to Mr. Marlon Jones. And like I said, this segment is called What's on My Mind. And if this is your first time listening, this segment is for men to let stuff off our chest. You know, it's a lot of stuff we hear throughout the week that doesn't make sense or makes us question why, or something we want to harp on. Like I always say, we're not venting, because men don't vent.
Just speaking on it.
You know, I'm just, you know, let me holler at you for a second.
Let me holler at you for a
You know, that's what it is. So let me talk about what's on my mind. So, you know, and today we hear a lot of people talk about, you know, he's the greatest of all time. He's the greatest shooter. He's the greatest this or that. And particularly in basketball, in the NBA. And like with LeBron James, everybody look at all his stats and what he's done. I think he was the first person to score for like 30,000, 8,000 rebounds, and 8,000 assists. So he has to be the greatest. Steph Curry, shooting all of these threes. He has to be this greatest 3-point shooter. Joker might be, but I'm just saying he has. You know, give him all of that. Not rebounders, but I guess in today's era is more so, like I said, points, 3-point shooting. I give percentage because I like that, but you have to shoot more threes. You know, my whole point is it's easy to say things like that because you talk eras. Even with Mike's era, MJ, Michael Jordan, Don Dada, you talk about the things he did. You know what I'm saying? And how he was best at free throws, driving to the hole or clutch or what have you. You know, Kareem was dominant. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't stop him. But it was the era that they played in also. And I think we have to look into that. And you can't compare eras. I get it. You know, like, for instance, let's talk about LBJ. So LBJ, like I said, I gave that stat. And, you know, and you always hear LBJ is the fastest to some amount of points. He's the fastest to do this and that. But that joker came straight out of high school. You know, to me, you can't say, oh, he the fastest. That's why he's great when he's not even the high scoring. You know, he doesn't have the high scoring average. So he's X'd out. Steph, I always say, and I'm not saying that era before is better. What I'm saying is it's hard to say who's the best because you have eras, unless you're talking about MJ. That's just me being biased, and being real. But still, with 3-point shooting, if Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf had the green light like Steph has, it would be a wrap. Or if he played in a league that allows you to just shoot 3-pointers and that's it. Reggie Miller. Just think. Larry Bird didn't even attempt threes like that. Miller didn't attempt threes like that. Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf didn't shoot that many threes. He might attempt 4 or 5. Today, Steph will go, 6 for 12. Some people shoot 18 3-point shots, a game. So my thing is, it's the era. So it's hard. Well, it's easy to fall in love with that trap and saying, oh, he's the best because he has this and he has that. Like I said, Kareem is dominant as he is. If he played in today's era, people say, oh, yeah, he would kill. But at the same time, because everybody's shooting threes, we don't know. I mean, will he get the ball as much? You know what I'm saying? As a beast, as good of a player as Embiid is, Joel Embiid, I think his talent is limited because of the type of league we're in now. I think if he played back in yesteryear, where the big man was the focal point, I think he'd average more points because he'd be getting the ball every time. It'd be give it to me, give it to Embiid, instead of we're shooting 33s a game. You know, I would love to see, what if Jordan didn't go to high school? Didn't go to college, I'm sorry. And he came out of high school and he played all of those years. Will he have the scoring record right now? Probably so. Kareem will probably, he has a scoring record, but Kareem would be out of this world. So it's a lot of factors that you have to think about. And I think that calling somebody the best, he's the best and he's this and he's that, it's hard to say so when you're just going off stats. Now, if you're going off the eye test, I get it. But just going off stats, it's hard to say, man, because it's a different era, it's different rules. I don't even think Shaq would be as great as he is if he played in this era, just because of the rules and the way the game is played today. So my thing is just be careful, because I'm tired of hearing LeBron is the best because he's the first player to score. Come on, man. If Scottie Pippen had a team by himself, remember the year when in '94 Scottie did that. Scottie led the Chicago Bulls and everything when Jordan retired. Grant Hill, if Grant Hill career extended and he didn't get hurt, who knows? So that's why I just say, just calm down. Don't get so happy off of stats. That's all I'm saying, and that's what's on my mind.
Yeah, I agree with you, but man, LeBron might be the first person to end with 35, 10, and 10. And I don't think that makes him the greatest. I just think that he was able to do it. 35,000 points, 10,000 rebounds, and 10,000 assists. Is he already at 38 and 8?
He's at 38 and 8?
38 and 8.
Yeah.
He easily could be at 35, 10, and 10.
Right. But
like you said, that don't make him the greatest. He's in my top 3. But I mean, Mike is Mike.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, and I think if Jordan would have kept going, the first few years, Michael Jordan, he was playing the Lockery had him playing the LeBron role when he was bringing the ball up, had the ball 20 seconds of the 24. He did everything. So I think he could have definitely been that. You know what I'm saying?
If he hadn't retired 2 years.
Well, not only that, I'm just saying.
I mean, that just wasn't the player who Michael Jordan was,
or the team they played. And I'm not taking anything away from LeBron. All I'm just saying is you got to look at things like that.
Who he is, and that's what he was. You know. So, what's on my mind? Zaza Pachulia. What's up with you out there, Zaza? So last year when he injured Kawhi, tried to give him the benefit of the doubt, but one of my best homies tell me when you got to give somebody the benefit of the doubt, that's a bad way to start off anyway. So he goes on last weekend to fall on Russell Westbrook, and when I saw the play, I instantly said that he didn't have to fall. That's a dirty play. So when he fell, I saw Russell Westbrook grab his knee, and I was thinking to myself, man, he done really injured this kid. Of course, Russ, we know how Russ do. He get up, he walked it off, and he hasn't missed a game, and he wasn't really injured. But he definitely tried to injure him. Zaza is a dirty player. Zaza is not an enforcer. An enforcer was Charles Oakley. Oaktree gonna come in, and if somebody try to do something to Jordan, at the time Ewing, anybody, he gonna step up and do what he got to do. He never intentionally tried to hurt no one. Who else was an enforcer? Rick Mahorn. He was an enforcer. He gonna make you get a hard. He gonna foul you hard, but he not going out there to injure you. Zaza Pachulia is out there intentionally trying to injure people. Of course, his team is gonna take up for him. Of course. But he's a dirty player, man. You can't take up for dirtiness. He tried to injure Russell Westbrook, and had he injured him, I think that would have been ridiculous. Of course, the NBA didn't fine him. I think he should have been fined and suspended because I looked at the play numerous times, over again, just to see was there any way that he would have failed. I heard a former NBA player, Steven Jackson, he said, we know how to fall, meaning they know how to go down without, trying to hurt someone or anything. Zaza went out there and he tried to hurt Russell Westbrook. And if he had hurt that kid, that would have been a real issue, and that would have been bad. And that's what's on my mind. Zaza, a dirty player. He's not an enforcer. He's lost his starting job anyway. He's recently lost his starting job for JaVale McGee. He's not no baller. He's a dirty player. And that's all I got to say.
Yeah, he definitely is, man. So we covered the game last night, and we were at shoot-around, and I saw him, and it took everything because they didn't want him to talk, and I don't think he was ready to talk. So it took everything inside of me not to just forget that I'm about to go ask him. But it was funny because, and I'll say this, I'll end it like this. So last night, and we were just talking about this off the air. So last night at the press conference, Curry's presser, he got injured. He rolled over his foot. So when he rolled over his foot, when he came down, I think it was Chris Haynes. Chris asked him, hey, what happened to, who did you land on? And Steph was like, I think it was Jaja. I landed on Jaja's foot, and that's when my ankle rolled over. And then Chris asked him, do you think it was intentional?
Exactly. I'm sure everybody bust out laughing.
And Steph Curry even bust out laughing.
Exactly. Come on, man.
Man. It's crazy, man. Like,
dirty play.
You can't.
And it's not even the first time this year. I've seen plays from him, man. That's how he get down.
That's how he is. And like I said, it's not that rugby type
They don't make
ball.
you an enforcer, man.
So look, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with the Stop It segment. We'll be right back.
WWWE, Hakeville, AM 1100.
The opinions expressed during the sponsored programs on this station are strictly those of the program hosts, guests, and callers and are not necessarily those of Beasley Broadcast Group, this station, its staff, other advertisers, or agencies.
Dad, I'm really afraid of what's happening with the economy. There's too much civil unrest, too much terrorism, and unstable global markets. I'm tired of riding the ups and downs of the market. It reminds me of 2008. I was caught off guard then. How do I prepare for the worst now? What'll I do if the dollar collapses?
You gotta stop worrying, son, and take action. It's time to think about a precious metals private storage IRA or an investment in silver with the Gold Silver Group. Like I said before, you insure your house, your car, your kids, and your life. Don't you think it's time to insure your wealth?
Call Gold Silver Group at 800-943-0834. Learn how easy it is to set up your own precious metals private storage IRA and how you can qualify for up to $700 in free silver. Gold Silver Group can satisfy any of your precious metals investment needs. Receive your gold and silver fully insured and privately delivered to your door. Call Gold Silver Group, 800-943-0834. 800-943-0834.
What's going on, world? This your boy Vincent J, aka the Fantasy Guru. And do you know what time it is? Do you know what time it is? It's time for the Stop It segment right here on the 3-Point Conversion Sports Lounge.
No mercy. Don't let up on him. Go hard on him, Mr. Controversy. Hit him with the stop it button.
All right, we are back inside the 3-Point Conversion Sports Lounge. And we like to thank everyone who is listening live, who is supporting us and listening live, like I said. And please let your family and friends know. We definitely appreciate you.
Appreciate it.
And also, we want to thank my man Mike, who's getting his hair cut right now with Dwayne Chambers, where his barber left to California. So now he's at Cindy Cuts Barbershop, and it might be the best thing for him, Mike. Might be the best thing for you, sir. Might be a blessing. So appreciate you listening, Mike. So it is time for the most infamous, the most famous Stop It segment. Let's get it. All right, D, you up next. Oh, and if you do have a Stop It moment, call in at 404-603-8770.
Let us know what your Stop It is.
Go ahead, D. It's on you.
So my Stop It moment for the week goes to Wesley Johnson. Not for getting crossed over by Harden and falling, but for getting up lazily trying to act like we ain't see you. Please stop it. Everybody saw it.
Stop it.
Not just saw it. Harden stopped, paused, and he got up like we ain't see that.
Right.
We
stop it.
Definitely saw it, and you probably should have just walked and sat on the bench.
So what you have to do is you have to either, this is what I would have done. If I would have got crossed over like that, two things. I would have just got up and dapped him up. Just like, you know what, bro, you got me. Or I would have stayed on the floor and act like
right, something slipped.
They would have had to carry me off like Paul Pierce. Like,
see, you know what he should have did? See, it was actually a little push. I've seen better crossovers, even Isaiah Ryder back in the day when he did the Willie
Anderson.
Willie Anderson.
Yeah, when
he did it, that was a little more. See, Harden gave him a little forearm.
Right,
he's supposed to play it off. He's supposed to
fly
back.
He couldn't though because his ankles was too late. He thought somebody shot him.
Ooh. Speaking of that, Kimba, shout out to Kimba for doing Christian Felicio.
Right, now he should have got to stop it for shooting that air ball. You can't shoot an air ball.
Right, after that crossover.
Like you got to hit the rim at least.
Like he hurt him. His feet just was like.
Right, yeah, that's crazy. So, my Stop It moment So it's a college in Texas. They're the Texas Wesleyans, if I'm saying it correctly. And it's the baseball team. They have a coach, Mr. Mike Jeffcoat, who was a former MLB pitcher. Send an email to a high school or college prospect, guys in high school, and send him an email. The guy was trying to get into the college pitch, small college now. And Coach Jeffcoat said that, send him an email saying, unfortunately, we are not recruiting players from the state of Colorado. In the past, players from that state have had trouble passing our drug tests. So we're not going to recruit you.
Stop it.
Come on, man.
Yeah, that's
what? He ended up getting fired for that.
He should.
But
he should.
How you gonna tell somebody that, man? Just tell them it's sometimes, you remember Dave Chappelle came out with keeping it real when it goes wrong. That's all that was.
Keeping it real cost you your job.
That's all you had to say was, look,
we're not
interested. Yeah, we're not interested. Sorry about that.
Not because people can't
get
the drugs.
And
that's labeling everybody. That's labeling everybody in Colorado.
He could have just said, "We don't have any more scholarships."
Yeah,
that's it. Lie.
Yeah. That's literally labeling everybody in Colorado, the entire state.
That goes back to
they just potheads,
right?
The whole state.
Yeah, that's all they're saying. Basically, it's probably true, but that's all they're saying.
I've been there. There's some cool people in Denver.
All Doc had to say is, like Doc Rivers, when he should have lied to Tim Duncan and his family, saying, "Yeah, y'all can fly."
Yeah, fly.
See, when keeping it real goes wrong.
Yeah, they can fly anytime they want. Got them under contract now, fam. They can't come.
I will. But this
got
guy
you for 4 years.
This guy comes out and says, "No, we can't."
Cost him his job.
Yeah, we can't do it because too many potheads, y'all. That was the underlining right there.
So they don't recruit in Washington or Oregon,
California,
right?
DC. Yeah, it's just
But hey, maybe he has some truth though. Maybe they tried to get people from Colorado.
You don't tell the truth in that
situation. You can't do that though, man. You can't.
He might be telling the truth. That may have exactly happened to him. Every time he recruit somebody out of Colorado, they can't pass the drug test.
It might be,
but you don't say it.
You don't say it.
And he know now because guess what? He on unemployment line.
Yep. The funny thing is, I wouldn't be surprised if he tried to apply somewhere in Colorado now.
He get a stop it for that.
Yeah, if he get that, he would definitely get a stop it for that. I can't wait.
Stop it.
I might invite him on the show just to give him a stop it.
Definitely have him sitting right here. Hey, like we don't want to do it over the phone. I want you right here.
Right. Lie to him. Yeah, man, come on. We want to talk about your
new job,
right.
Program. As soon as it stops,
soon as you start talking, stop it.
Stop it.
Every time you say something, stop
it.
Oh man, that's crazy, man. So look, that concludes our Stop It segment. We are going to take a break, and we will be right back to talk some NBA basketball.
Let me break down to y'all what's so dope about the three-point conversion. First of all, everybody is a fan of the game first. Second of all, everybody is a student of the game second. And third of all, we're the average sports fan just like everybody else. We're not coming in here, walking with our nose tipped high, acting snooty, acting brand new. This is a grassroots organization. Bar none. The three-point conversion, where fans' opinions matter. Be sure to visit the website www.the3pointconversion.com. Get your fix, get your articles, multimedia, and everything else that you, as a sports fan, need. So again, the3pointconversion.com. It's where it's at, man, where fans' opinions matter.
Tune your radio Radio.
Tune in.
Now.
You can tune in to this radio station on any smartphone or tablet.
iPhone,
Android,
BlackBerry,
Nokia,
Samsung,
Windows phones,
or whatever you have. Download the free TuneIn app from your phone or tablet's app store.
Tune in with music, sports, news, and comedy.
From over 70,000 radio stations around the world, including this Beasley Broadcast Group station. Check it out at tunein.com
or your app store.
Homeowners, in today's world, no neighborhood is immune from burglaries. Get a state-of-the-art monitored home security system for Protect Your Home, your authorized ADT dealer, and get peace of mind today. Call right now, 1-888-213-2244, 1-888-213-2244. Local permit fees may be required. License number CAACO 6320, KY City of Louisville 483, and FLEC 130003427. Call for additional numbers. Call now, 1-888-213-2244.
Man, I could let this ride all day.
Just chilling music.
That,
laid back.
It's that perfect music for the Intellectual's voice and Greg's voice as well.
Laid
Greg
back.
talking like he
laid back.
Look at him. Yeah, we're back inside the 3-Point Conversion Sports Lounge. Shout out to my little homie. His name is Cooka, Cooka. God is always sweeping the shop. See, we don't give love to people like that, man. He's in there every Saturday morning sweeping.
Getting his hustle on.
You know, yep. Sometimes I come in there, he leave me hanging, but it's cool. I try to give him dap. He just keeps sweeping like.
Still gonna shout you out,
bro. You don't know who Mr. Controversy is. You doing me like that? But anyway, yo. So let's get to this NBA, man.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
We've talked enough football, and we probably have some more left. But I wanted to get into the NBA, and I want to talk about the Golden State Warriors. So, like I talked about earlier, I had a chance to cover the Warriors. We covered the Warriors last night at the game, and man, when you look at that team and the firepower, but the way they play as a team is very encouraging that maybe the NBA would get like this as a whole.
Right.
And it had me wondering, and shout out to the Atlanta Hawks, because the Atlanta Hawks played them tough. It came down to the last, you didn't watch it, came down to the last 15 seconds. But Bazemore, who had a great game, I think he scored 28 points, fumbled the ball. Iguodala took the ball and dunked it, and then they were up by 5, and that's how they lost.
Man, I needed Atlanta to win.
But you say you need Atlanta to win?
Yeah.
Why?
Because draft position.
Because what?
Draft position. Draft position.
Bulls keep with it, but
yeah,
anyway.
man.
But anyway, so I'm looking at Golden State, and I think not record-wise, because the year when they beat the Bulls record,
73-9 don't mean anything if you ain't get that ring.
Right, and I don't think that was the best team. But looking at this team right here,
right?
Can we say, well, not even can we say that this might be the best team constructed ever? I'm just saying their team, just, and not even just personnel wise, but just period. Or do you think this? I mean, of course they have to win a championship, but eye test and what they're doing, can this be the best team?
Eye test to me, because I don't like they bench. I think they bench this year is probably weaker than it has been in the last few years. I think Jordan Bell coming back helps their bench. It gives them more, the active player. But their bench all year has been like a weak point to me. Like Nick Young hasn't always did everything that we were expecting. Not saying he hasn't had big games. He hasn't done it more consistently. Caspi hasn't done much. I didn't think what they were expecting to get from him. Maybe they were expecting to get a lot more from him.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I don't like their bench, so that's kind of a sticking point for me. How you feel about it?
Well, the reason why I mentioned them is, like I stated, as far as the way they play. But think about this. Let's put this in perspective. How many teams in history can we say they've had superstar power, but not a superstar guy. And what I mean by that is they don't have the guy.
Right.
It's not the guy. So, give you an example. Michael Jordan and the Bulls, I just said it, Michael Jordan and the Bulls. Even though they had Scottie, they had Dennis Rodman.
It's always Michael Jordan and the Bulls.
And as much continuity as they had.
Right.
But Jordan was the guy.
Right.
LA Lakers and Kareem, when Magic first got there, Kareem was the guy. Magic later.
Smile took it away.
Yeah, right. But Magic was the guy. Detroit and go on. I mean, Hakeem, everybody had the guy. Who is the guy in Golden State?
You still say Steph Curry, don't you? But you would think Kevin Durant, and you only say Steph Curry because it's what you.
But you can't say it's Steph Curry, right? But you can't say it's just Steph Curry,
right?
And my whole point is, it's not even Durant. My whole point is, you can choose from Curry, Clay, or Durant. Even Draymond, if you want, like they don't have all right, it's crunch time. We're just going. No, whoever's
you gotta
open.
Worry about 5 people,
right? But they play as you don't have that.
I'm gonna take it. Oh,
right.
You don't know. It might be Steph. It might be Kevin.
And that's my point is, for them to have that, it's difficult to guard that.
So you saying they're the greatest team?
I'm not saying that, but I'm just asking the question, Greg.
Well, it depends on like how you define the guy. Mm-hmm. Like, is it the guy you give it to when you need a basket?
Yeah, that's
is
the
it
guy.
The guy who's going to score the most points every time? Like he's the. I think some people have a different definition of that go-to guy.
Well, let me break it down. A go-to guy is the guy you go to when you need him most. A go-to guy is when it's crunch time, he's going to take a shot or he has the ball in his hand. The go-to guy or the guy is the guy that, look, all right, it's a big game. We're going to him to score. He's our leader. Whether he's scoring, passing, but he has the ball. You don't have that in Golden State. You have an offense where these 3 guys do what they need to do.
Right.
And who's ever open or whoever has the hot hand that night, you got them. So that's why it's difficult to guard. To me, that's why I always say that it's hard to guard them because with Steph gets so many points because, like, I don't think Steph is athletic. Steph is a beast, man. But I don't think he's as athletic as Russell Westbrook or any of these other point guards. Right. But the simple fact that, he's too quick, he has a shot where if you blink, it's up in the air and it's going in. But my thing is, you can't double Steph. You can't double Durant because if you double Steph, you have Durant and you have Clay.
Right.
You double Durant, you have Steph, you have Clay.
Right.
You double both of them, you have Clay. You have other shooters. Like, you can't.
Right. I mean, you can't even think about doubling them because if you just see some of the highlights of their games, you see like Steph shoot a 3, probably like 40% of the time he's wide open,
right?
Just because he's running off
and
screens,
the way they share the ball,
wide open coming off a screen, or Durant somehow is wide open coming off a screen. So the way that they all work together, that's what makes them even more impossible to guard.
Right, because they're very unselfish. Like Kevin Durant, they're willing to swing the ball and pass up a shot to get a better shot for somebody.
Right.
So I guess with that being said, it speaks to their greatness. But I guess that's going to be everybody's own opinion when it comes to the great team. If they think they're the greatest team, I don't.
So real quick,
Bulls.
So they played against the 96 Bulls.
4-1.
To say. Who are you?
What rules are we playing with?
And I'm glad you said it because
but here's the thing: when people say that, right, you can't think that the Bulls wouldn't have invented and became the 3-point shooting team that everybody is. If that was the focal point, that would have been that. If I'm not mistaken, and I think I'm correct, the Bulls led the league in 3-point percentage that year.
Right.
Yeah, they had the shooters, but how much would they implement that as far as their strategy goes? Right. Are we going to see Jordan shoot more threes? Is Kerr going to get a lot of playing time?
Because of the
threes.
Do you
put Bushler in for him to play more?
Right.
Does Ron Harper play at all?
I mean, the rules I would want to play with is them 96 rules.
No, so this is how we're going to do it. Quickly, we're going to do it like this. And just a quick answer. Mm-hmm. So if they play as playing the 96 rules where you can hand check. Well, you couldn't hand check because it was arm.
You do the arm bar,
so,
right?
Defensively, who on the offensive side, who's guarding Steph? Because we're talking about
Ron Harper.
So do you think Ron Harper,
Well, you
96?
know what? No, you know what I probably would have did?
Put Jordan on him?
I would have put Pippen on him.
No, because you got to put Pippen on Kevin KD.
You got to get him on KD.
You have to put.
I didn't even. Yeah.
So
KD.
So you put Harper. I think he had an advantage on Harper in a sense because Harper was a little slow.
Yeah, he was a little slow.
Okay, but Clay
is considered their a defensive stopper. Well, at least while in Chicago.
And you don't want Jordan to use that much energy on that side of the ball chasing Steph
around.
Right. So Clay is a wrap.
Yeah, it's a wrap. It's a wrap.
So Dennis Rodman and Dre's getting kicked out.
Yeah, he definitely Dre.
Dre's gonna be wanting to fight Rodman. Yeah. No, Zaza getting kicked out.
Oh yeah,
it's a wrap for him anyway.
If he touched Jordan, it's over with.
Yeah, and then Dennis Rodman gonna get in his head anyway.
NBA gonna suspend him.
Right. So now
I see Rodman playing mind games with Zaza.
Yeah.
And then Dre getting the whole front court.
Yeah, the whole front court. Just even JaVale McGee, he goes.
JaVale McGee is out in like less than 10 seconds.
Yeah, he's gone. He definitely gonna get frustrated. He would not last long.
But I would want to see. It would be interesting to see. I think David West is not one to mess with.
Oh no.
But he would get kicked out. I've said that many times. He's a hothead.
Yes, he is.
And Rodman would have like 3 people kicked out of that game.
Out the series.
Right. So, okay. Now, real quickly.
Front cut go.
Right. Real quickly. Let's go to you playing in these rules, like the 3-point. And now,
okay.
You have Golden State still? Now, okay, so can Golden State defend the Bulls?
With these rules?
With any rules, but with these rules.
No, because Michael Jordan would score 60. Right. He would average 6. You can't touch him?
Right.
It would be easier for him to get to the basket. I mean, the Bulls actually did this in the 90s with playing Rodman at center. They played small.
It would, at the point.
They had big guards with Harper and Jordan. Look. So they would match up very well. And because of the new rules, Jordan made 75 points.
Right.
So like I said, it's just something to think about. But I want to move to this next topic.
But I think Durant gonna score on anybody. I'm not gonna say
not on Pippen. Not like Pippen like that.
Listen, I don't think he gonna kill Pippen, but he gonna score.
Oh, he can shoot over Pippen.
Right, exactly.
He can shoot over
but
easy.
If you play,
he's got 4 inches on
true.
him.
But if you play, we seen Chris Paul do this. If Chris Paul is in Durant's face, if anybody's in Durant's face and you play up close to him, he has a problem.
Right.
Because we've seen Chris Paul.
That was 5 years ago, though.
But still, if you play him like that, watch him. If you play him like that, he's not that good. He doesn't like that.
Difficult, but he gonna score.
Pippen would let him get beyond in front of the 3-point line because Pippen's going to be all in his grill. But that's a good matchup. Yeah. But look, I want to move to the next topic quickly. We don't have that much time, of this segment. But MVP talk. Now let's look at the MVP talk right now. I think this is wide open in a sense. So I'm gonna name a couple players, and we're gonna go in and talk about this.
Right.
So we have James Harden, that could get it. Steph Curry,
right.
Westbrook, because he still can average a triple-double. LeBron James, and Anthony Davis. Mm-hmm. Who do you think should get this?
If Anthony Davis keep balling the way he balling, and they make the playoffs, I think he could get it. But I think right now it's Harden's to lose. And it's crazy because you might see Westbrook average a triple-double and not get the MVP.
Is it, to me, that's not fair to Westbrook, but that's what it is. It's like the Michael Jordan rule.
Yeah.
When you have somebody.
They're used to it now.
Yeah, they're used to it. It's like he's that good.
Yeah.
But when you look at the MVP race, like you said, Steph could easily get it. But you got to give it to Harden. But I want AD to get it, man.
He easily could have got it the last 2 years and this year.
And his team is leading right now. So if they don't finish number 1, does he get it?
I think he still gets it. I think for him not to get it, Anthony Davis needs to get his team to 4 and just dominate the next few weeks.
Because that team shouldn't be in the playoffs, probably. Most people look at it like that.
I hope that they don't make the playoffs. We got their pick.
Yeah.
Chicago Bulls got their draft pick.
But
everything come back around to the Bulls.
Yeah, so I agree. it's his to lose, but at the same time, I think that if AD, like you said, doesn't get number 4, I think Harden should get it. But if Steph them end up getting the first seed, you know the league loves Steph.
I don't think
because he shouldn't have got it that second year to me. Or he shouldn't have got it. Yeah, I don't think he should have got it the second year.
Right, he should have got it the first one, which he was
I agree.
unanimous, and he went.
Yeah.
Wasn't that the first one was unanimous?
I think it was the second one. I don't think he should have got it that year.
Yeah, I think that's the I wanted. I think Harden should have got it.
Yeah, Harden or Russ, yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
but it's Harden this year, I think, to lose. I think they go ahead and let him get one, at least one.
Right. Let him get one.
Yeah.
He need to get this. He need to get this. But like I said, it's so many to choose from. I mean, don't forget.
Even LBJ.
Yeah, LBJ is having a great year.
26,
he's having a great year.
15th year?
Right. He's having a great year. But like I said,
but you take that for granted. You take that for granted.
Right. You
LBJ,
have to.
What he do. And I mean, he easily could get MVP every year.
Right. No, you're right. So that's going to wrap up that NBA segment. We're going to be right back. Keep it locked.
Yo, what's up? This your boy Marcus Banks to the Big Three of the Ghost Ballers. You listening to the Sports Lounge with my main man, Mr. Controversy.
There's a lot going on in the world, and your world is always changing. That's why it's important to stay connected. The latest news, the latest entertainment, the newest music. If it's in the air or on the air, it can be in the palm of your hand, wherever you are, with the iHeartRadio app.
iHeartRadio.
Over 1,500 live radio stations from across the country, and over 15 million songs to create your own custom stations. Text IHR to 45495 to download the app or listen at iHeartRadio.com. Standard text and data rates apply.
From fire protection and first aid supplies to facility services and uniforms, Cintas helps businesses open their doors with confidence. Learn more at Cintas.com. Cintas, ready for the workday.
Stuck in a high-dollar, low-gig family plan? Right now, switch to Boost Mobile's Best Family Plan and get 4 lines for just $25 per line, each with unlimited gigs. Plus, get up to 4 free phones. Boost makes it easy to switch. Switching makes it easy to save.
Sit back with me, the baseball antagonist. Pull up your favorite chair, grab a drink, and listen as Mr. Controversy helps us relax with his sports knowledge in the 3-Point Conversion Sports Lounge, right here on the 3-Point Conversion Station.
Yes, we are back inside the 3-Point Conversion Sports Lounge. Mr. Controversy here.
Yes.
With my man D Intellectual. Having a good time, having some fun. And we have a special guest coming on, man. He just broke a record already. He probably don't even know it, and because he's the first Super Bowl champ on the show.
Breaking records this time.
Breaking records already, and he was an All-Pro when he played the tackle position, offensive tackle, and played for the 49ers, San Francisco 49ers. Won the Super Bowl in '94. I'm a Bears fan. I hate to say this, but I ain't gonna lie. I love that 49ers team. I can name that whole team front to back, offensive line, defensive line, everybody. But anyway, and then he also played for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And let's welcome my man, Mr. Derek Deese.
Welcome to the show, Derek.
What's going on, Derek?
Yo, what's going on? What's up?
Nothing much, man. How you feeling?
Hey, I'm feeling good, I'm feeling good. I'm glad I'm breaking records, though. I like breaking records.
Right. Already.
Definitely appreciate you having me on the show, Derek. This D Intellectual.
Hey, I appreciate it. Thanks for having me on.
Absolutely. Now, looking at the past Happy League, would you rather play in the Days era or the era that you actually played in?
Nah, I like the era I played in. You know, today I don't think they really play football. You know, it's a touchy sport. You know, and they're trying to make it safer, but at the same time, you know, when you sign up for football, you know what you signed up for. You know, you signed up to play a man's game and you know, take some hits, you know, take some shots. And I think what they're doing now is a lot of times with the game, you can't control sometimes what kind of hits you're going to get. And so when you do get hit, nowadays when you get hit, those shots were given out on a daily basis, even at practice. And guys would just pop right back up and be ready to play. Now when you get those kind of hits, guys are staying down, you know, and so the game has changed a lot. Yeah, some of the guys that played back in that day, could they play now? They wouldn't want to play because they had a good time playing when they did and playing the way they did.
Yeah, I have a question, though. Do offensive linemen love playing the run versus the tackle? Versus the pass, I'm sorry? Well,
it depends. You know, so there's going to be games, obviously, where you have to pass block. When you play the run block, you know, it's man on man and it's me against you. Who's tougher? Who's smarter? Can I knock you on your back? Or can you knock me on mine? And that's what the game was about. That's what it is. You know, and how you go about it, what technique you're going to use. You know, talking trash and having guys, you know, get scared because the Niners, we used to just do a lot of cut blocking and things like that. So we had guys that feared us because they didn't want to get cut. Cut usually means somebody got a knee injury somewhere down the line. So when you get cut, first thing guys think is, oh, he's going after my knees. But that's not really it. It's a technique to it. And a lot of times nobody's going to get hurt.
Right. And once again, we're here live with Derek Deese, former All-Pro and Super Bowl champ that played with the San Francisco 49ers and Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Speaking of the San Francisco 49ers, they made a big splash when they signed Jimmy Garoppolo for that big and crazy deal, surprising deal. And with all of the players that are, you know, with that team, whatever, do you see San Francisco becoming a successful team quickly or even in the future?
Well, it's going to take some time. I mean, you got to remember they got pieces they still have to put around Jimmy G. You know, they had to sign him. Obviously, you know, he comes in, he's able to, you know, win 5 games straight. You know, and with the same players that were around. So you sign, get your quarterback. You got your franchise quarterback. Now you have to put pieces around them. You still have to build up your defense a little bit more. Your special teams. It's going to take some time. It's a building process, and so as long as they stay on the right track, they're going to be successful. At some point, it's just going to kick over. So hopefully, you know, as an alum of the team, I definitely want to see them get better quick. But you know, I'm also understanding that what they're trying to do. So you know, Kyle Shanahan, I know what he's trying to do. With Lynch, I understand what he's doing, and they're working together. And I think they got the ninth pick of the draft now, so it's going to be interesting to see what they go after this year.
Mm-hmm. Now, speaking of them same 49ers, what are your thoughts on T.O., and what was the biggest misconception on him as a teammate?
Well, so T.O., you know, finally getting into the Hall, I think is something that, you know, it obviously should have happened, you know, as a first ballot guy. That's just the way it is. His numbers speak for themselves. What he was able to do as a competitor on the field, what guys that feared him, teams that feared him, teams that game planned around him, everybody knew that he's a Hall of Famer. It wasn't even a question. The fact that it took so long, hey, that's over with now. You know, at least he's easy in this year, and that's all that matters. As far as misconceptions of the teammate, I think a lot of times people looked at, like, at T.O. is they would say, like, he destroyed a locker room. One man does not destroy a locker room. It's impossible. And as far as I'm concerned, he never destroyed any locker room, especially from what I could see. So, and I was able to play with T.O. from the very beginning. So I was already on the team when T.O. came to the Niners, and we left at the same time. So I never got a chance to really see him destroy a locker room. The things that he did behind the scenes that a lot of people don't know, I mean, it would be the opposite in my opinion.
That's what's up.
Yeah, 'cause I mean, you watch T.O., and the funny thing is, every time, if it was something going on, it wasn't just T.O. It was there were other players involved. And I know, Derek, I'm not even trying to put you on the spot. We're not trying to knock someone, but I've heard stories about Donovan McNabb, how he's not liked in the NFL. And a lot of teammates came out and spoke against that situation, said it wasn't on T.O. I mean, but again, we see T.O. as a passionate, he's a passionate player. But you see Tom Brady doing things like that, and everybody else, Aaron Rodgers. You know how many people called out Aaron Rodgers?
Then it's okay.
And that's all. That's what I'm saying. Like, but I'm glad. Go ahead.
The biggest thing that I can compare things to is like, as far as I'm concerned, T.O.'s like, the second best receiver to ever play, and then you have Jerry, who's the best receiver to ever play.
Right.
And to have them both on the same team and be around both and see how they both, what kind of work ethic they put in, and then to see the passion from both of them and witness firsthand that the things that Jerry would say, people would say, "Oh, he just wants the ball. He really cares about winning. He wants to help this team."
Right.
And then watch T.O. 2 years later say the exact same thing, and watch everyone call him selfish and say he's only thinking about himself and he's not a team player. And I'm thinking, like, wait a minute. He learned from the guy you guys call the best, and he's putting up the numbers to compare with him, and he's saying the exact same things, except you guys are looking at it as he's selfish.
Right.
And to me, that meant that, you know what, the media didn't like him. They loved Jerry.
Yep.
They didn't like T.O. because T.O. would speak his mind on certain situations a lot of times that people felt like he should have stayed political. T.O.'s not a political guy. Just not going to be. He's going to tell you like it is, and if you don't like it, well, at least you know where he's coming from. And the one thing you have to respect with that is that he's not going to lie to you.
Right.
And if you remember with the McNabb thing, it's not bashing McNabb. He said it wasn't him when he was leaving Philly. It wasn't me. He said it's not me.
Yep.
And no one wanted to believe him. Oh, it's T.O. again, and locker room this and locker room that. Look what he's done. He's destroying a whole team and so on and so. Once again, if we're all supposed to be grown men, how can one man destroy a whole locker room?
Right.
That don't make no sense. It just doesn't.
I agree.
Nah, I agree.
And we're hearing it from the horse's mouth. You know what I mean? Like we're hearing it from somebody that's in the locker room.
That played with him.
Right.
Right.
The problem is that most of the people that speak on T.O. have never really even spent 1 minute with T.O. by himself.
Mm-hmm.
No, you're right.
They're just giving you what people want to hear.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree, man. And I really think if he played in this era, I kind of wonder would he be thought of differently just because of
social media and all
that. And how everybody else is. Like you look at the wide receiver Odell Beckham Jr.
Right.
And now you see, like when T.O. was playing, you didn't see a lot of people throwing tantrums like that. Right. Now like I said, Tom Brady, everybody else does it now. So like I said, it just would be different.
His numbers would be even more ridiculous.
Right. But look, Derek.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
You know it is. You know it would be. But look, so before we let you go, man, we have to play this. We call it the Furious Five. I'm gonna ask you these 5 questions. He doesn't know what I'm going to ask him, but we're about to have fun. We're about to find out about Derek Deese, the offensive lineman. So And it's lightning round, so quick answers. I want to know what you think. So if you were at a Super Bowl party, if you had to choose between the wing platter, queso dip, or vegetable platter, what you going with?
Vegetable platter.
There, you better get to stop it. Why are you going with the? And I'm a vegetarian. Okay. We got to give it to him. Give him to stop it, man. We got to give it to him. He breaking records already. Stop it.
I thought he was going to say that wing platter, man.
All right. So what would be your go-to comedy movie?
My go-to comedy movie?
Yeah.
Ooh-wee, that's a tough one. Man, that's a real tough one right there.
You got to come up with something, man.
Hey, I'm gonna go with the Cookout.
Okay, that was on the other day.
The Cookout?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what was your biggest, or who was your biggest celebrity crush growing up?
Ooh. Oh, Lord. Kim Fields.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yep. All right. Now, what would you rather be, the lead blocker on a sweep or the lead blocker on a screenplay?
Oh, the lead blocker on a sweep.
So they like blowing people up. All right, and the last question. Who was the defensive lineman, the one defensive lineman who was your nemesis that you hated to play against?
Well, I had two.
Okay.
It really wasn't really a hate. They just gave me the hardest time, and one was Reggie White.
Ooh.
And the other is a real good. They both were real good friends of mine. And the other one is John Randall.
Oh,
yeah.
I can see that, man.
Yeah, we used to kill the bad.
Yeah. All right, so you passed it, man. You came out and survived, sir. But look, Derek, man, we definitely appreciate you for coming on, man. You can't make this your last time coming on.
Hey,
all right.
Hey, anytime, man. Anytime. Just hit me up. It's all good. I appreciate it.
No problem. Let everyone know where we can find you and follow you, sir.
What do you say? Let
everyone know where we can find you and follow you, or follow you.
Oh, you can find me. There's a couple places, actually. One is at thelegendsofsports.org. It's my foundation that I run. The other place you can find me is at Derek_Deese on Twitter. And that's really about it, you know?
All right, man.
How it rolls.
Yes, sir. So we definitely appreciate you. Once again, this is Mr. Derek Deese, Mr. All-Pro, Super Bowl champion, and had a crush on Kim Fields and eat vegetables. So look,
while watching the cookout.
While watching the cookout. Look, we're going to take a quick break, and we will be right back.
Stuck in a high dollar, low gig family plan? Right now, switch to Boost Mobile's best family plan and get 4 lines for just $25 per line, each with unlimited gigs. Plus, get up to 4 free phones. Boost makes it easy to switch. Switching makes it easy to save.
There's a lot going on in the world, and your world is always changing. That's why it's important to stay connected. The latest news, the latest entertainment, the newest music. If it's in the air or on the air, it can be in the palm of your hand, wherever you are, with the iHeartRadio app.
iHeartRadio.
Over 1,500 live radio stations from across the country and over 15 million songs to create your own custom stations. Text IHR to 45495 to download the app or listen at iHeartRadio.com. Standard text and data rates apply.
Hi, I'm Bruce Fabrizio, inventor of Simple Green, the iconic cleaning formula known around the globe. Try a Simple Green product today, and if you're not 100% satisfied, I'll refund your money. Visit us at simplegreen.com.
Want to lower your rate and payments? Get rid of mortgage insurance or get cash out? Find out about your best refinance options by tuning into the Get Mortgage Fit radio show with Alex Michaels and Carrie Kasem, Monday afternoon at 12 p.m., Tuesday and Wednesday at 3 p.m. and Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. where you'll learn everything you need to know about mortgage loans, today's rates, FHA, VA, and more. Call the Get Mortgage Fit Show on the Real 1100 a.m. at 800-827-RATE. That's 800-827-RATE, or visit them online at newamericanfunding.com.
This is Lamar Broadus, the sportologist, and I can't think of anything better than to have my feet kicked up, chilling, listening to the 3 Point Conversion Sports Lounge.
Yes, we are back inside the 3 Point Conversion Sports Lounge. Mr. Controversy here, my man, The Intellectual.
Yes.
And we want to give a special shout out to Miss Keisha Dean.
What up, sis?
For listening, always critiquing us.
And a faithful listener every week.
Getting on us. We get whoopings by her after the show. Y'all didn't do this, you need to do that. And we appreciate you, Keisha. So look. You all know, if you haven't been following the show, it's your first time listening, we have a segment that we call the Next Level series that we will be doing from here on until probably the draft, and maybe even a little bit after the draft. Mm-hmm. And this is where we have players that's coming out of college that's going into the next level, whether it's the NFL, CFL, and all. But and this is our way of giving back. We definitely want to give out exposure, give them exposure. Mm-hmm. You know, like I always say, we don't ask for anything. It's just strictly
to help them.
Helping them out. You know. So this week we have a special guest, and this young man came from my conference, the Big Ten. He played wide receiver for the Michigan State Spartans, and none other than Mr. McGarrett Kings. What's going on, Mr. McGarrett?
What's up, Raphael, man? How you doing? How's everything going with you?
We're good, man. We're sitting here, man, waiting to hear your story, man. We're glad you're here, man. First of all, I always ask my guests, and, you know, you have this, your situation is a little bit different, but first I want to ask you, knowing right now that, and I think you've been out of college for 2 years, right?
Yes, this is my second year right here.
Second year, okay. Before we get into that, but now I want to ask you, what are you doing? What are your plans right now, man? Like, let everybody know who you're signing with or what you plan to do.
Mm-hmm. Well, as of now, I'm just working out. I work out at this center called Perform Athletics with this guy named Nick. He's an awesome guy. Right now, I'm working at Lauderdale Lakes Middle School. I help out with the ESE kids, and I do security, and I just try to be a light to the kids around there, man, and be a light in the community. I go and work out after I get off from work, and I go see my beautiful daughter, man. So as of now, I'm just hardworking man, and working on all aspects of my life, and just grinding, man, on and off the field. So that's what's going on in my life right now.
And if you don't know who this guy is, go ahead and Google him. He was a beast. He played on a team that went to the did y'all get in the playoffs that year? Or y'all did get in the playoffs?
My senior year, we made it all the way to the college playoffs.
Right. They made it to the college playoff. Beast, dude, skills is crazy.
Monster.
You know, but like I said, just the whole purpose of having this is to give them a chance to talk about, you know, their journey and everything. And he went through a certain situation. I'm going to let you speak on it, man, because people probably wonder, okay, so if he's as good, why isn't he on the team, or what happened, or what? So 2 minutes, if you can, go ahead and let us know, give us that story of what happened and how you got back up and everything like that.
It all started around my sophomore year up at Michigan State. I had an encounter with the law, where I had received a DUI, which was a total lapse of judgment on my behalf. As a lesson learned, a mistake I'll never make again. And that's what happened when I got in trouble at Michigan State. I learned from it, and I just take my bumps and bruises, man. Every lesson is a lesson learned. So the way I bounce back from it is to not revert back to my old ways and just live life right. If you're going to live your life right and you're going to be right on all aspects of life, all your forces of nature has to be right. Something my high school coach always told me, man, if you don't live your life right and according to God, man, nothing good is going to happen for you. So wasn't living my life right, man, and it's just an unfortunate mishap that had to happen. But like I said, man, I learned from it. I bounced back from it. I came back my junior year at Michigan State. I performed well, and I just never looked back, man, and I told myself I would never put myself in that situation again. So that's kind of what happened with me at Michigan State.
That's good. You learned from your, your mistakes and definitely built on it. That's definitely good.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So tell me, what are your best attributes?
My best attributes, man, is my hands, man. I think I got some of the best hands anybody has ever seen, man. Some of the routes that I run, I can run routes with the best of them. My hands, my routes, and just my overall game, man. But, there's always room for improvement. So it's just a daily grind and getting better and perfecting my craft, man. So I think my overall game is pretty good. But like I said, man, there's always room to get better, though.
All right, so I have to ask you, 2 receivers. I want your favorite receiver. If you have a favorite receiver of all time, if it's the same as your favorite receiver now, that's fine. But I want your favorite receiver. And if you have one of all time, you have one of now, then you have one that you used to watch and you love that doesn't play anymore or who's garbage right now. We want to know. So let us know those players if you can.
Well, honestly, my favorite receiver is me, but I must say, man, all time, man, if I had to go with my all time favorite receiver, man, it'd probably have to be Jerry Rice, man.
Okay.
I say Jerry Rice because of his work ethic, the way he lived his life, and just his characteristics, man, as a whole. I watched him on NFL films when they had a segment on him, and just to watch where he come from, the life, how he grew up with his father being hard on him and stuff, man. It just kind of correlates to my life and the struggle, the grind, making it to the top. Sometimes, coming from a small school, people overlooked him, but that didn't detour him from reaching his goals and being an NFL star and one of the best receivers to ever play the game. So I would probably have to go with Jerry Rice.
All right. Who's your favorite? So who's your favorite receiver right now in the NFL? Or who receiver you would say if I would have to pattern my game after, or who I just like? Just one receiver right now that's in the NFL.
Right now in the NFL, I would have to say Jarvis Landry. And I'll say Jarvis Landry because when Jarvis Landry came out, he didn't run a fast 40 time, ran a 4.7. But what Jarvis got in him is that dog. Jarvis got a dog about him, and he has the way that he plays on that field and the swagger that he plays with. He just plays like no one can guard him. So I'll probably have to go with Juice on that one, man.
Yeah. Jarvis is he is that dog, like you said, man. He guy's not fast. The funny thing is, you wouldn't think that watching him that he's not fast, but he definitely gets his.
Like I say, man, it's a difference, man. You got football, you got game speed, and you got regular speed. So it's a different story when you get out there with them pads on it and you actually playing the game and you're in the game. It's a different story, man.
Right. So now, what are your plans moving forward? Like what you got? You doing any pro days or anything?
Moving forward, I'm going to camp with the Saskatchewan Rough Riders. They're a CFL team.
Okay.
They invited me to camp April 21st. So as of now, man, I'm just preparing for that. I have a wonderful agent, man. My agents, they're wonderful, man. They're a blessing from God, man. And Antonio and Shakti, man, those guys have been helping me in obtaining my goals, and they're working on getting me into a couple of pro days, maybe locally or anywhere, to be honest with you, because the more eyes, the better. But as of now, I have the CFL thing coming up April 21st, so that's what I'm preparing for, man. I'm gonna be ready to go.
That's what's up, man. Antonio, they all right. No, I'm just playing. What up, Antonio? That's my dog. I was just messing with. That's my guy. I was just messing with you, Antonio.
Yeah.
So look, man, we definitely appreciate you coming on, man. We wish you much success. Like I said, man, believe in yourself and have confidence in yourself, and no one can stop you. No one can tell you no, man. No one can tell you no. So you definitely have to come back when you get a chance after you on that I can't even say that name, Saskatchewan. That's how you say it, right?
Yeah.
And
keep that dog in you too.
Yeah,
man.
keep that dog in you, and we're gonna have you back a little later on. But then when you get on that NFL roster, and I didn't say if you, I said when you get on that NFL roster, definitely got to come back and holler at us, man. All right.
Oh, yeah, most definitely, man. And again, man, thank you, and it's been an honor and a blessing, man, to be on your show.
No problem, sir. My man, Mr. McGarrett Kings. Now we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
There's a lot going on in the world, and your world is always changing. That's why it's important to stay connected. The latest news, the latest entertainment, the newest music. If it's in the air or on the air, it can be in the palm of your hand, wherever you are, with the iHeartRadio app.
iHeartRadio.
Over 1,500 live radio stations from across the country, and over 15 million songs to create your own custom stations. Text IHR to 45495 to download the app or listen at iHeartRadio.com. Standard text and data rates apply.
What's up? This is Anthony Hamilton, and you're listening to the 3-Point Conversion.
Yes. We are back. And you all know what that means. And I got to give my shout-outs. Before I give my shout-outs, I want to give a shout-out or say what's up, who finally got in the chair. My man, Warren. What's going on, Warren? You finally got in the chair, sir. Appreciate the dedication of listening to the show after the long wait that he does every Saturday. But anyway, I'd like to give my special thanks to the man upstairs, Almighty God, for giving me this platform to go in and talk my stuff, make you all laugh, mad, angry at me, want to give me the stop it button. I appreciate God for this platform. And also, man, I got to thank my engineer, Mr. Greg. Appreciate you, Greg. Doing a great job, sir. Also, I got to thank my co-host, The Intellectual.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it, sir.
Absolutely. Yeah, I want to give my shout-outs also. First, I want to shout out everybody that was listening to us and tuning in every weekend. We really appreciate y'all. Definitely shout out to the engineer. Shout out to friends and family, man. We really just appreciate y'all listening. Like you said earlier, my sister, Uncle Mark, I know you be listening too. Everybody just have a great weekend. Definitely big shout out to Mr. Controversy for putting this together.
Yes,
and
sir.
it's blowing up.
I appreciate it, man. He should get a stop for messing up my name.
Right.
But I done messed plenty of people's names, so it's all right. You're good. And I want to thank my family and friends, my beautiful wife, my children, family who supports, even the family that doesn't support. I'm just kidding. But friends, everybody, man. People that's been listening in. Damian Adams. Thank Mike Patton for calling in. Mr. Ab Stanley. We got to thank Derek Deese. We got to thank McGarrett Kings.
Yes.
Who else listening? Antoine Smitty Smith. Check out his show. Sports Smitty Machine. Maceo Jr. I can't name everybody, but appreciate everybody for tuning in. And make sure y'all check us out next week. And until next week, y'all live a great weekend. Eat good. watch sports. And again, until then, same time, same show, same crazy host, same sports nonsense.
Same facts, same fun.
Will you miss me? I'm out. Peace. You just got done listening to the 3-Point Conversion Sports Lounge. Be sure to follow us on our Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook accounts at the 3-Point Conversion. And also make sure you check out our website, the3pointconversion.com. Be sure to follow us live and listen every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern.